By the way, if it rains a little, we're always grateful in Arizona when it rains. Please believe me so. And in fact, in Arizona, we have so little water that the trees chase the dogs. And so I'm very grateful you're here. Can I just say that I have never been prouder to be in the company of two colleagues and friends as I am of these two great senators from the state of Maine who represent not only Maine but everything we stand for and believe in. They are independent, they put the state of Maine first, they put their country first, and they are role models to millions of Americans all over this country. And they follow in a great tradition of the first woman senator who served in both the House and the Senate in the history of the United States of America, Margaret Chase Smith. They are worthy successors and dear friends. And thank you for sending them back to the United States Senate. Olympia for her leadership. And could I say that I'd rather be here at the Maine Military Museum than any place else on earth. And I'm so proud. I am so proud to see all of these individuals with their hats on who have served our country in war and in peace with dignity, with honor, and courage, and bravery. Would you guys raise your hands, our veterans that are here in the crowd? Thank you. I'll tell Matthew, I would remind you, it doesn't take a lot of talent to get shot down. My veteran friends will tell you I was able to intercept a surface-to-air missile with my own airplane, which is no mean feat. I'd like to say, first of all, I thank you and I'm honored by you being here. And I will compete and win in the state of Maine. I will compete here. I will compete in this state, my friends. And I may ride the coattails of Susan Collins, but I'll get elected here and win this state and Olympia. So thank you. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your consideration and your support. And let me just say to you that I'd like to mention to you that I'd like to ask your sympathy for the families of the state of Arizona. Because Barry Goldwater from Arizona ran for President of the United States. Morris Udall from Arizona ran for President of the United States. Bruce Babbitt from Arizona ran for President of the United States. I, from Arizona, ran for President of the United States. And my friends, Arizona may be the only state in America where mothers don't tell their children that someday they can grow up and be President of the United States. With a victory here in Maine and a victory across this country, I will reverse that unhappy tradition of the state of Arizona, and I will be the next President of the United States with your help and your support, and I need it. I need the vote and consideration of every single citizen here. And of course I'm honored. I'm honored to have the veterans here, and I'm honored to have the people who are here who love our country as the people of the state of Maine do. And I'm honored to have the opportunity and humbled to have the nomination of the party of Abraham Lincoln and Theodore Roosevelt and Ronald Reagan. And I am humbled to be here. I'd just like to talk to you about two issues with you very briefly, and it has to do with our nation's security. And the first one is our dependence on foreign oil. Now, everybody here knows what's happened to the price of a gallon of gas and a barrel of oil. And we know that people across this country are hurting in a number of ways, but one of them are lowest income Americans who are driving the oldest automobiles and hurting the most. Some of them can't even get to work. So it's not only an economic issue, and it's a compelling economic issue, but it's a national security issue. My friends, we are sending $700 billion a year to countries that don't like us very much. And some of that money ends up in the hands of terrorist organizations. I will end this dependence on foreign oil. I will defend it. I will end it. I will end it. And I have a plan to end it. My friends, it's got to do with wind and tide and solar and nuclear power. And I know nuclear power is controversial. My friends, our United States Navy has been sailing ships around the world for 60 years with nuclear power plants on it. We've never had an accident. And I'm telling you, it is doable. My opponent, Senator Obama, doesn't want to store, reprocess, and he doesn't want to store wasted excess nuclear fuel. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. my friends, we will build 45 nuclear power plants, and that'll employ 700,000 people in the next several years. And my friend, in the case of spent nuclear fuel, the French, we always want to imitate the French. They reprocess their spent nuclear fuel, my friends, and they do it safely. And by the way, in case you missed it, we now have a pro-American president of France, which shows if you live long enough, anything can happen in this world. So we're grateful for him. But we have to address the issue of spent nuclear fuel, and we can and will. And my friends, we can become independent, and we will become independent, and we must. And it has to do with automobiles that would take a car 200 miles. It has to do with clean coal technology. We sit on the world's largest reserves of coal, and we can develop the clean coal technology necessary, and all of us are willing to invest in it. So there's a lot of things we can do, my friends, but America needs to be called to this mission, and America has always responded whenever we've had a challenge, whether it be to go to the moon or whether it be to win the great challenge of our time. And some of our veterans are here from our greatest generation, and thank you and God bless you. We can and we will accomplish this mission of energy independence.